Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, live better. I'm your host, Chris Board, a best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness, and let me first thank you for taking time from your busy day to listen to what I have to say. And before I go any further, let me also thank our sponsor, Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus get fit so they can live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things they love to do. Some quick housekeeping. If you'd like to get a timestamp or a transcript of today's broadcast, head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Across the top, you'll see some drop downs, one for podcasts. Click on that. It'll give you access to any one of our now 353 episodes. You can also get this broadcast wherever podcasts can be found. So boost your longevity with PartiQular supplements. On the Functional Longevity Podcast, I've shared the importance of finding reliable supplements to support healthy aging. After searching for a reputable company I could trust, I finally found PartiQular, a US-based brand that delivers on quality, science, and integrity. PartiQular offers a wide range of premium supplements, including NNM for cellular energy and aging support, resveratrol to enhance heart health and brain health, and berberine for blood sugar balance and metabolism, and more, all crafted with care right here in the United States. I've been taking these products personally for a while now. If you listen to this podcast, I've been doing it for a while now, and I have noticed a real improvement in my energy, my overall vitality, my focus, and more. So if you're ready to invest in your health, visit particular.com. That's PARTIQLAR.com, and use the code YES15 at checkout to get 15% off your first order. Your health deserves the best, so start your journey with PartiQular today. So 7 powerful eating secrets that will transform your longevity after 40. Today, I'm discussing a topic that can shape the next 30 to 40 years of your life. Nutrition's role in functional longevity. Nutrition always comes up in conversations when I hang out with people. And yes, it's important for longevity. I'm not sure it's the most important thing, but it certainly is important. So let's give you 7 strategies to be able to transform your longevity. And when we talk about this, we're not just talking about living longer. We're talking about staying strong, capable, and independent for as many years as possible. That's functional longevity. That's what we talk about here. That's what we strive for. Because nobody wants to add years to their life if those years are spent frail, immobile, or dependent on others. Here's the good news. Lifestyle, not genetics, plays the dominant role in how we age. We have some new research on lifestyle and how it outweighs genetics. For years, we believed that genetics controlled about 20 to 30% of our longevity. But new research suggests that it may be even less, close to 7 to 10%. 7 to 10%. The rest, that's in your control. Daily choices about sleep, stress, movement, and perhaps most importantly, nutrition. So let's break down what the science says about how you can eat to live longer and live better. Number 1, let's talk about muscle. Muscle is your lifeline, and protein is the fuel. Here's a stat that should stop you in your tracks. Muscle mass is one of the strongest predictors of functional independence, quality of life, and mortality in older adults. We just did a broadcast on this a few weeks ago, how muscle mass is one of the most strongest predictors of functional independence, quality of life, and mortality in older adults. Muscle protects your metabolism, keeps your bones strong, and helps you stay mobile. But we naturally start losing muscle around age 30, 35, and the decline accelerates over time, especially once we hit age 50. So the solution, prioritize protein daily and consistently. In a 2019 meta-analysis in Nutrients, found that adults over 40 needed 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day to maintain muscle and strength. That's double the outdated RDA, and it needs to be evenly distributed throughout the day. You want to aim for 30 to 40 grams of high quality protein per meal, especially at breakfast, which is where most of us fall short. So let's take a little pro tip here. Make your first meal count. Start your day with eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein shake, or some lean meat. You need to get 30 to 40 grams per meal, and we're aiming for 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So number 2, be cautious with intermittent fasting, especially after 40. So intermittent fasting has become a hot topic for weight loss and metabolic health. I know some people have been very successful in losing weight doing some intermittent fasting. And while some time-restricted eating strategies can improve insulin sensitivity, there's an important caution flag for those of us over 40 who care about muscle preservation. Muscle loss is one of the biggest threats to functional longevity. Just mentioned that. And prolonged fasting can make it worse, especially if you're not getting enough protein during your eating window. In 2023, we have a review. They found that fasting in aging populations, when paired with inadequate protein intake or no resistance training, can accelerate muscle breakdown. So while a short 10 to 12-hour eating window, say 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., may offer benefits without risking muscle, long fast and skipping meals repeatedly can backfire. Functional longevity requires fuel, especially protein, timed appropriately and paired with strength training. Don't trade muscle for the scale. Get in your protein, lift some weights. You get enough fasting when you're sleeping. You get some of the benefits from that. So let's move on to number 3. It stabilizes blood sugar to protect brain and body. So blood sugar balance isn't just about preventing diabetes. It's crucial for preserving brain function, energy levels, and long-term metabolic health. So in 2022, the Journal of Gerontology showed that even modest elevations in glucose levels were linked to faster cognitive decline and reduced physical function in older adults. Here's how to flatten the blood sugar curve. So anchor every meal with protein and fiber. Choose slow carbs like legumes, berries, quinoa. Avoid sugary drinks, refined grains, and processed snacks. Take a 10-minute walk after a meal. It's proven to reduce glucose spike by up to 30%. The goal isn't low carb, it's smart carb and stable energy all day long. Number 4, one that I don't think people think about all the time is macronutrients, small but mighty for aging well. While macros get all the attention, micronutrients often fly under the radar, and that's a mistake. Deficiencies of vitamin D, magnesium, B12, and omega-3s are common in older adults and can impact everything from energy and cognition to balance, immune, and health. Let's highlight a few here. So magnesium supports over 3,000 enzymatic reactions and helps regulate blood sugar and muscle contractions. We got vitamin D is vital for bone strength, balance, and immune function. Omega-3 support cognitive health and reduce inflammation. B12 is essential for memory, red blood cell production, and nerve integrity. When you get your blood work done, make sure you're getting these things checked. So get these from whole foods first, but consider targeting supplements, especially if blood tests have shown deficiencies or absorption is impaired. So on to number 5, ultra-processed foods equals ultra-fast decline. Probably know that if you've been listening to this for a while. If there's one dietary villain we can all agree on is ultra processed food. Those hyper palatable, shelf stable, nutrient poor products lining most grocery store aisles. In a 2023 study in the BMJ linked ultra processed food intake to significantly higher risks of heart disease, cognitive decline, and all cause mortality. Every 10% increase in processed food intake was associated with a 15% increase in early death. I'm going to say it again. Every 10% increase in processed food intake was associated with a 15% increase in early death. Your mitochondria, muscle, and brain deserve better. Stick to whole foods with recognizable ingredients. Homemade meals 80% of the time. The grandparent rule. If your grandmother wouldn't recognize it, skip it. So on to number 6. Don't just hydrate, balanced electrolytes. Hydration is critical for muscle function, cognitive clarity, and joint health, but water alone isn't enough. As we age, our electrolyte needs shift, and dehydration becomes more dangerous. Lower electrolyte levels can lead to fatigue, cramps, confusion, and falls. So support hydration with a pinch of sea salt, or electrolyte mix in your water, especially if you sweeten or if you sweat or exercise. You make sure we get this in there. Potassium-rich foods like avocado, spinach, bananas. Hydrating fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, oranges, and melons. Shoot for half of your body weight in fluids ounces every day. Adjust for heat and activity level. Hotter out, sweating more, moving more, increase your intake. And finally, what about plant-based diets? Let's talk evidence and function. So plant-based diets are often promoted for longevity, and the evidence is compelling. In 2020 study in JAMA International Medicine found that people following a high-quality plant-based diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and legumes, had a 25% lower risk of dying from all causes compared to those who didn't. Plant-forward diets can reduce cardiovascular disease, inflammation, oxidative stress, and cancer risk. But here's the nuance when it comes to functional longevity. While plant-based diets are powerful, they often fall short in areas crucial for muscle preservation and strength. Plant proteins are less concentrated in leucine, a key amino acid for muscle synthesizing. And nutrients like B12, creatine, DHA, omega-3s are scarce in plants and need to be supplemented. So what's the sweet spot? Many longevity-focused experts are now recommending a plant predominant diet that includes tons of vegetables and fiber, whole food carbohydrates, nuts and legumes, and strategically inclusion of animal proteins like wild fish, eggs, grass-fed meat for muscle and nutrient support. This is the Mediterranean model, and it consistently ranks as one of the healthiest, most functional aging diets on the planet. So my final thoughts here. Eat for function, not just for years. Longevity without strength and independence is just survival. Our mission is functional longevity. So stay sharp, mobile, energetic, and engaged for decades to come. That kind of future is built on daily choices, and nutrients is one of the few tools that affects every system in your body: muscles, bones, brains, hormones, and metabolism. So let me give you a quick recap here. Prioritize protein, 30 to 40 grams per meal every day. Don't waste away your muscle. Use time-restricted eating cautiously. Balance blood sugar with protein, fiber, and movement. Get your micronutrients from food and smart supplementation. Ditch ultra-processed foods. They steal your vitality. Hydrate wisely with electrolytes, not just plain water. Eat mostly plants, but not only plants, and support muscles with complete proteins. Every bite sends a signal to your body. What are you telling it? So let's wrap up today's episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast. Again, I'm Chris Borner. I want to thank you for spending time with me today. Until next time, stay strong, live long, function better, eat well, and I'll see you in a week with more information on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks for watching.